families and friends of our 2020 UWC USA graduates, 2020 Giulio Regeni Alumni Award winner Renee Celaya, 88, and all who have contributed to make the education of the class of 2020 possible, welcome and thank you for joining us in this virtual celebration. Class of 2020, welcome to this virtual celebration of your accomplishment. In a spirit of gratitude, please join me in a smile of appreciation for all the people who have helped to change your lives by supporting your journey to and through UWC USA. What does one say to a graduating class in the middle of a global pandemic? I've been asking myself this question since our leadership team decided that even though the class of 2020 put on their own graduation in record time and beautifully executed, we wanted to acknowledge their accomplishment on our originally planned graduation day. A graduation speech is typically about two things: past accomplishment and future possibility. But the thing about a pandemic is that time seems to take on a new meaning. We seem to be stuck in a present of pervasive uncertainty. Uncertainty about whether we can go back and uncertainty about how we go forward. Recently, I've been struck by the feeling of déjà vu. You know that feeling when you feel like you've lived through something before, and yet we all know this kind of situation is unprecedented in our lifetime. But yet I know I felt this way before, and I couldn't recall when. And then it hit me. When my children were little, I loved reading to them. When they were 3 or 4, I began reading many of the world's fairy tales to them, thinking they were more age-appropriate than Tolstoy and Dostoevsky, Kierkegaard and Nietzsche, all of whom I'd read out loud to them before deciding to switch more age-appropriate material. When I first started reading fairy tales to them, I noticed my children would actually shiver as I read. It really hadn't occurred to me before then, when I saw that, how incredibly strange it is to read fairy tales to children. First, fairy tales are really scary. Many of them are meant to fill us with fear or dread. They lead us into a world where innocents are cast into the unknown, in danger of their lives, and unsure how they'll come out of situations that are beyond their control. Second, fairy tales often reinforce a very natural human tendency, but not one we necessarily want to indulge. And that's the tendency to think in terms of us and them, the good and the wicked, the beautiful and the ugly, the village people, us, and the stranger. And third, fairy tales promise happy endings, but usually it requires someone winning and someone losing. The coronavirus pandemic has felt like a fairy tale to me. All of the elements are there. Innocents are falling sick, and none of the wise women and men of the world can figure out why. Fear grips the land, spreading perhaps even more virally than the invisible enemy. As fear fills the hearts of the people, they begin to distrust one another. Countries begin to point fingers at allies and enemies alike, looking for someone to blame. Neighbors begin to divide into those who wear masks and those who won't. Economic divides deepen between those who can afford to work at home and those who can't. It's us and them, and we all think we're on the side of right. So, what's the happy ending in the time of COVID-19? Does someone need to lose so that someone else gets to win? Or might there be another way? I propose a new kind of fairy tale. It starts out the same, with innocence and danger and fear gripping the land. But what if there were a group of people who said no to us and them thinking as the usual response? What if they shared one experience that they could always go back to? An experience, granted, that was interrupted by an invisible force that made them say goodbye too soon, but an experience that was so strong that they could never forget it. An experience that transcended us and them, or at least held out such a possibility. What if these people found that happy endings don't require winners and losers, but friends working together across divides in acknowledgement of their common humanity, their common vulnerability, and their common purpose for a better and more just and healthy future for all? I think your UWC USA experience, our UWC experience, holds the key to breaking the spell of uncertainty that COVID-19 has cast over the globe. In some deep sense, you can't go back. And even when 100% of you show for your first reunion, and I hope you will, it won't be quite the same. But we can go forward, and you can take this transformative experience with you. You can remember that at UWC USA, when you were afraid or lacked confidence, someone stepped up to show you how to be brave. You can remember that when you finally exhausted all of the reasons to preserve invidious distinctions between us and them, it turned out it's just us, and we're in it together. You can remember that the happiest ending of all is the one when we're standing together, facing an uncertain future with courage rather than fear, trusting one another and combining our efforts toward a better world for all. We have the power together to reinvent the fairy tale. Maybe all COVID-19 has done is give us a push to accelerate our work. Will there still be uncertainty when the joy of graduation fades? Yes. But rather than being stuck in the presence of uncertainty, torn between going back and going forward, maybe this pandemic will push us to sprout wings and fly, as Guillaume Apollinaire suggests in his fairy tale masquerading as a poem. Come to the edge, he said. We can't. We're afraid, they responded. Come to the edge, he said. We can't. We will fall, they responded. Come to the edge, he said. And so they came. And he pushed them. And they flew. Class of 2020, on behalf of the entire UWC USA global community, I wish you grateful and glorious flight until we see each other again.
The most important thing about UWC is passion. It both consists and relies upon it. Passion to share, passion to create, passion to change. Whether it manifests itself through late-night day room discussions, dining room rambles, or classroom debates, the essence of a UWC lies within its students and their driving passions. As someone who arrived at UWC, concerned for how my love of theatre would be an adequate means in which I could change the world, I can vouch for the diversity of inspiration we hold here at this school. Throughout my time, I have learnt how to utilise theatre within a political setting, how to engage with difficult conversations while maintaining friendship, and how to achieve diversity and understanding within my own opinion. Regardless of whether your dream is to become a doctor, a lawyer, an actor, or a clown, your passions are accepted and encouraged at UWC, and just as valid in their change-making capabilities. Having led through a rather abrupt ending to my UWC journey, I have learnt that we are both adjustable and resilient. Many people told me what my UWC experience would look like, but I've learnt that there's no set way. My experience was defined by the passions of my peers, and therefore it was unique. I have learnt about gender fluidity, Belizean cuisine, Brazilian dancing, African music, and so much more. I've had the privilege of learning about what truly excites the people around me, what motivates them. Passion encompasses our greatest hopes, our bravest actions, and our strongest opinions. Therefore, passion is why we strive to make a difference. It's what we fight for, and it's why we fight. UWC has been life-changing because it has shaped who I am today. It's defined who I will be in the future, and it has defined how I now see the world. Rather than demand perfection, I instead strive to push myself and learn from my failings. Rather than stay silent, I instead discuss, and rather than blissfully assume ignorance, I hope to be considerate. Most importantly, my understanding of the diversity of people that reside here in this world, and the amount I have yet to learn from them, has been the primary way in which my outlooks have changed. Ultimately, UWC is a springboard. Whether that be in terms of career, identity, or relationships, through Alumni, we are exposed to a wealth of new ideas and approaches to peace and understanding. A united force of people who individually carry passions that inspire. Before UWC, my passions were but hobbies. But since UWC, I have been taught how I can transform those passions into a force for change. And that doesn't stop just because we graduate. It's not about whether your passions fall within the label of politics or art. Both produce inspirations that mobilise others and spark response. It is about the way in which you engage and utilise whatever it is that inspires you. The only way that UWC continues to be the powerful tool in which it can be is through us, the students, the faculty, the alumni, the parents. And I'd like to think that no matter what, we can hold on to the opinions and beliefs that are synonymous with UWC. But I believe that sometimes we need a reminder that in order to shape and grow this ever-evolving world, we need each other. And most of all, we need our passions.
Dear class of 2020, and all of you joining us. 4 years ago, we lost one of our own, Giulio Regeni, a graduate of the class of 2007. Giulio was an Italian citizen and a doctoral student at Cambridge University, United Kingdom. He was conducting his PhD research on the formation of independent trade unions. He was in Cairo, Egypt, doing field research when on January 25th, 2016, he disappeared. In honor of Giulio's life and his legacy, the Giulio Regeni Alumni Impact Award is awarded annually to recognize UWC USA's alumni who have made substantial contributions and created an impact in the local, national, or global community. This award is a peer-to-peer recognition to those whose accomplishments, affiliations, and professional career honor our school's mission. This award further illustrates the great value of education that this institution provides beyond the 2 years on campus, and celebrates the lifelong connection and stewardship responsibility as alumni to UWC USA. This year's recipient is Renee Salaya, a graduate of the class of 1988. Renee is my second year, so I have some stories that I won't tell now. Renee is curious and stubborn and therefore enjoys puzzles, especially the ones that seem intractable. Throughout his career, he has sought to address and to redress the puzzles of inequality and injustice. He is currently Vice President for Humanitarian Programs at Sesame Workshop. Prior to joining Sesame, Renee worked with CARE International for almost 20 years in various countries. Renee enjoys scuba diving, not on the hot springs, biking, and don't forget puzzles. He currently lives in New York City with his family. It is my honor and privilege to introduce the 2020 Giulio Regeni Alumni Impact Award winner, Renee Salaya.
Good day, UWC class of 2020. My name is René Celaya. I use he, him, his. I'm here to give you a very short, but I hope a meaningful and fun commencement address. Lots of speeches will offer sage advice, and this year I won't even try to compete with the video speeches of, Barack Obama, Oprah, Malala, Aquafina, and even my own coworker got in on the action.
Hello, class of 2020. Follow your own recipe. Congratulations and cheers, class of 2020. Clink. Yeah, good luck. Your future look delicious.
See what I mean? I am not going to come close to Cookie Monster's profound make your own recipe. I'll let that sink in for a bit. And yes, he is that annoyingly profound every day at the office. So my 2 words of advice for success in life and for improving the world around us are Kobayashi Maru. Yes, write that down. Kobayashi Maru. But before I go any further, I want to step back and express how very proud I am to share our unique experience as UWC students, and honored to be part of your video commencement. Depending on your individual spiritual, philosophical, or ethical frame of mind, we are blessed, fortunate, privileged to have had the opportunity to learn during those 2 special years more about our world and about our individual selves in relation to that world. I am honored for being nominated for the Giulio Regeni Impact Award along with 2 other alumni, Kimi and Anna. It is personally humbling that this recognition is in honor of another alumnus who dedicated his work and his life to helping others speak their truth to power. As you complete your, albeit unfortunately interrupted, UWC experience in New Mexico, you now begin the implementation phase of our commitment to making this world a better place for all. And you won't be doing it alone. Instead of speaking to you as one alum, this video address methodology has given me the opportunity to include my fellow classmates in welcoming you to your ever-expanding UWC experience as alumni. 17 classmates have sent in videos of encouraging words, poetry, and, I am not joking, interpretive dance. This is our gift from the class of 1988 to the class of 2020. You will receive them all, but today I will share with you only a few snippets.
Hello, class of 2020, and warmest congratulations to you all from me, Renata, class 1988 from Ireland. I think what I'd love for you to take away is that 32 years on, the UWC doesn't go away. It just gets larger. And so while it's at the core and while at your heart is the UWC New Mexico, I hope that you will find the great, big, wonderful UWC world out there, and that you will have the friendships, the support, the hope, the optimism, the experience of working together with a bunch of people who want to change the world. And you'll find that out there, and that will help you in all your small and big moments. So keep the UWC New Mexico in your heart, but welcome to the big new UWC world out there, and I hope you'll have a wonderful time finding it. Bye-bye.
The UWCs talk a good game about cranking out tomorrow's change agents, leaders, supporters, instigators, allies, innovators, analysts, who are all committed to international understanding and social justice. They also crank out great people and great friends. I expect that you had found that among your classmates, and you will find that among alumni too. The UWC experience supports, encourages, and perhaps broadens the values our families had given us before we arrived. It gave us the chance to practice the skills of questioning our assumptions, questioning our beliefs, and the chance to learn from others who just yesterday were beyond our comprehension. Finally, it gave us the intellectual and social support to have the confidence to know that we can change the world, and the humility to know that we can't do it alone. Our unique advantage is that we have a global perspective and a global network. My friend Linda says it best.
You're not alone. Being part of the UWC network means you're connected to a worldwide group of people who are not afraid to challenge the status quo. So, go on, be courageous.
Challenge the status quo. That reminds me, exam time. Remember Kobayashi Maru? Kobayashi Maru means that when faced with a no-win scenario, go beyond challenging to changing the underlying assumptions of the status quo to generate a new winnable reality. In the profound words of my colleague Cookie Monster, make your own recipe. The UWC experience as a student and now as an alum affords you that great power. And with that great power comes the great responsibility of changing the world to be a better and more equitable and just place for all. I end now with Belinda's direct and inspiring eloquence.
Hi, my name is Belinda, class of '88 from the island of Barbados. Congratulations on this momentous occasion. My message for you is this: wherever you end up in this world, be sure to show up in the fullness of your being. Live out loud with courage and conviction. Take up space, use your voice, demand to be heard. And in the words of Valerie Kaur, in everything you do it with revolutionary love and relentless optimism. We are so proud of you. We are here for you. The future awaits. Congratulations.
I am inspired by fellow alumni like Kimmy, Anna, Renata, Linda, Belinda, and Julio. And I know I will be inspired by you in years to come. Congratulations, class of 2020. Welcome, alumni. And as Belinda calls on us, let's live out loud with courage and conviction. I sign off with much revolutionary love. Renee.
Two years ago, your adventure started.
It's my first full day here at Robert Bosch College, and I'm so excited.
You joined a movement, a community, a family of changemakers. You danced, learned, experimented, cooked, discussed. You left your comfort zone and went the extra mile to know more about the world around you. And you made friends for life in the process. You missed deadlines, you cried and laughed. You were challenged, you were homesick, but never bored. I know I did. We wanted you to be together with your UWC family today. No one expected the world to change as it did. Despite everything, we want to celebrate your special moment. We can't share unique UWC hugs with you. We can't offer you live performances where things go wrong but still feel right. But we can welcome you with open arms to the UWC alumni community. Your UWC education may be over, but this is not the end. This is a new beginning. It is now time to bring the UWC mission into the world. Congratulations, UWC class of 2020.
Congratulations! Class of 2020, on behalf of the Gillett household, we love you. You're wonderful. We miss you. Go be amazing. Take care.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We'll miss you, but we'll see you back in Montezuma someday.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I'm so excited for you, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys in the future. Peace.
Hello, class of 2020. This is the three of us, the COVID Nerve Center, and we are saying goodbye, good luck, we miss you. Done is better than perfect, and always sleep with the windows open.
Close your windows. And stay 6 feet away. Like I'm 6 feet away from them, that's why I don't have my mask. Happy graduation, happy goodbye, but always come back to visit.
We love you, class of 2020. You'll always be in our hearts, and please come back to visit. Stay in touch, let us know what you're doing, and stay healthy.
We love you.
Love you.
Congratulations, class of 2020, from me and my little dog, Baxter. Good luck, everyone.
Class of 2020, you're phenomenal, and I wish you the best. The total best.
Hi, everybody. It's Marie. Congratulations. I'm so excited for your future.
Yeah, congratulations, class of 2020. You guys rock. I hope you guys are hanging in there. Stay grounded, and we'll see you.
Hello, everybody. Congratulations to the class of 2020. Felicitaciones a todos y congratulazioni a tutti.
Hi guys, congratulations on all your accomplishments from the last 2 years. I wish you the best in this new chapter in your life, and be in touch until next time.
It's Craigan wishing all of the graduating class of 2020 the best of the best, and especially members of Music Tech, Live Sound Tech, Stage Tech, and Lighting Tech XEDs. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication.
Congratulations!
We miss you and hope you come back to visit soon.
Best of luck.
Hi there, class of 2020. Thank you for making my first year at UWC USA so special. Best of luck in the future. I'm so excited for what you have ahead of you.
Congratulations to the class of 20. Don't let our current situation keep you from reaching your goals. Take care and stay well.
Congratulations, class 2020. I'm so happy for you. I love you all. I miss you all. I send you an email. Please respond to that. I would love that. Thank you.
Congratulations to everyone, but especially to my last Math Studies class and Kili 2 graduates. Thank you for allowing me to challenge you, but most importantly, for challenging me. I will miss you and always remember you.
Congratulations!
you can't blow out the fire. Once the flames begin to catch, the winds will blow them high. Oh, be calm, be calm, because. Oh, be calm, because.
Class of 2020 and friends, thank you so much for spending time with us on this virtual graduation day. We wish we were all together, but we want you to know that the mark that the class of 2020 has made on UWC USA will not be forgotten, and we'll be together again. We wish all of you well. We wish you good health. We wish you courage in the face of uncertainty. And we wish you to join us in being part of a brighter future, one in which we work together and support these graduates in their vision for a more peaceful and sustainable world. Thank you, be well, and we can't wait to welcome you back to Montezuma again.